lot of ground: broadcast, non-broadcast, industrial, and corporate. Even after narrowing it down, you'll be surprised from time to time. So when you need to make television, how do you find a video company best equipped to meet your needs? Do they offer multi-camera shoots both in studio and on location? Do they offer AV roll, special effects, and more than just a character generator? Is their equipment portable, ready to travel? The action doesn't always come to you. Do they offer full multi-channel audio recording and a full audio production library? Do they use broadcast quality formats? Remember, your message can't afford to look second best. Given all these questions, how do you find a video company equipped to meet your needs at a price you can afford? Ask us. We know one, AVC Productions, specializing in video industrial presentations, TV commercial productions, with complete mobile video production. For more information, contact Grant Halfley, area code 614-439-3985. We are AVC Productions. Nestled in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. Set in the southeast corner of Ohio, this is Muskingum County. Muskingum County is a mixture of rolling hills. The countryside is dotted with old-fashioned small towns, family homes, working farms, and the good feelings that come only with the gentle style of life here. The city of Zanesville is the largest city within Muskingum County and is located along the Muskingum and Licking Rivers. In the next few minutes, you will discover what Zanesville and Muskingum County have to offer. Zanesville and Muskingum County are connected to all major cities in Ohio by a 4-lane interstate system, and Columbus, the state capital, is only 60 minutes away. A widespread rail system serves the county, along with the Zanesville Municipal Airport, which can accommodate company jets. Industry in the Zanesville area provides employment for over 23,000 people. This 72,000 square foot complex produces over 120,000 bottles of Pepsi a day and is the last independently owned facility in Ohio. This speaks for the longevity, character, and pride of the business community. Land, water, and sewer facilities are readily available and can be suited to your individual company requirements. The medical center consists of 2 hospitals in the city with a total of over 800 beds. There are medical doctors of all specialties and a fully staffed mental health clinic to service the entire area. The hospitals have the latest high-tech equipment and the facilities are the best in southeastern Ohio. Education is also excellent. There are a variety of public and private schools, including several vocational and technical schools. Muskingum County is proud to acknowledge several colleges of high national accreditation. Zanesville has a variety of housing available, from historic Victorian neighborhoods and contemporary urban settings to the peaceful countryside. No matter where you live, the convenience of shopping is only minutes away. Whether the fast pace of a mall or the more relaxed specialty shops, Muskingum County has something for everyone. The local Arts Center maintains exhibits, classes, and programs and is considered the finest in southeastern Ohio. Whether you enjoy a game of tennis or maybe a round of golf at the Zanesville Country Club, there are many recreational activities, including Dillon Lake, just 5 miles from the city, and currently in development, a 9,200-acre international wildlife preserve, the largest of its kind. The Zanesville-Muskingum County area of Ohio offers a little bit of yesteryear to its residents. The people are friendly and trusting, and the gentle rolling countryside is a vision to the eye, and the 4 seasons are beautiful. Children, our natural resource, grow beautifully within the comfort and safety of these rolling hills. Set in the hills of Ohio, this is Muskingum County. qualified professional addition to your production team. A person flexible enough to be a producer, director, videographer, or editor. My name is Joel Asigo, and this is what I can do for you. For the past 5 years, I have been producer and director of the AVC Sports WHIZ TV Game of the Week. This year including the broadcast of the 1987 State High School Football Championships. In January of this year, I was producer, videographer, and did all post-production for Hunting the Exotics, a 20-minute presentation for the White Oak Exotic Corporation. In the past 7 years, I have produced many corporate and industrial presentations. Here are just a few of them. Presentations designed for live or tape-delayed television broadcast include John Glenn's presidential announcement and the Miss Ohio Scholarship Pageant. Also in the past 7 years, I have produced over 800 local and regional television commercials. I not only produce and direct, but I'm also capable of working in all phases of post-production and also am a creative videographer whose credits include these fine networks. I'm Joel Asigo, a graduate of Ohio University with 7 years broadcast television experience.
The long-term care environment. While each long-term care facility has a unique mix of residents and personnel, all are catering to the health and needs of our parents, grandparents, and relatives. With the rising cost of labor, supplies, and medical attention, facilities are searching for methods to control costs without sacrificing high-quality care. The charging and tracking of medical supplies, ancillary services, personal care items, and various therapies is a component leading to a great amount of loss if not handled properly. Statistics show that long-term care facilities are losing 10 to 20% of their medical supply inventory through omitted charges. This means that a 100-bed facility will lose $8,000 to $10,000 each year in medical supplies alone. Time studies also show that a 100-bed facility will spend approximately 20 to 40 hours per month recording, tracking, and compiling these charges. At a normal wage, this amounts to $3,000 to $4,000 each year. In terms of accuracy, many facilities are faced with key punching and processing errors. Even a proficient key punch operator makes one error in every 300 keystrokes. Traditional computer systems require the time-consuming process of labeling each product, peeling the label, applying it to the charge card, and ultimately processing the charges at the end of the month. One of the main disadvantages of this is that it takes approximately 15 hours per month for a 100-bed home to label the products. Also, since the information is entered into the computer only once or twice per month, the records are only accurate periodically. Until now, there has not been a convenient way of solving these problems. Enter The Resource by Triad Data Processing. Triad Data Processing has developed the Resource Barcode System, designed specifically to solve these problems. The system enables nursing homes to save more time and money in the process of tracking ancillary charges and providing inventory control. The resource is based upon a highly advanced barcode scanner about the size and shape of a large magic marker. As the staff person dispenses the item, the barcode associated with that item and the barcode associated with that resident are scanned. At the end of the day, the scanner is dropped into a device called a data well, connected to a personal computer. The computer pulls the information out of the scanner into the computer's memory. Then at any time, the computer can print detailed resident bills, as well as over 22 management reports giving up-to-date inventories, ordering information, usage statistics, and other billing analytical reports. How does this work? Since the system prints its own barcode labels and the barcode listings, there are many ways of implementing the system. Many facilities have chosen to keep the barcode scanner and the barcode listing in the supply closet or at the nurse's station. The nurse then scans the item and the resident barcodes just before dispensing the items. Using shelf labels saves even more time. Some homes dispense items from a treatment cart. The scanner and the barcode listings can be kept on the cart for yet another convenience. If the wrong barcode is scanned by mistake, it can be deleted by scanning the barcode backwards. Since the data wand is recording the time and date of every transaction, the bills and other reports indicate to the minute when the item was dispensed. The system's ability to track the staff person who dispensed the item is another benefit. One of the management reports, called the Staff Activity Report, shows a chronological flow sheet of what each staff person did for the selected time period. What other uses does the system have? Since the resource system allows the nursing home to establish its own barcode labels and lists, it is possible to track virtually any kind of item or service. Therapies, barber and beauty visits, transportation, and even room and board can be charged using the resource. Many homes have decided to use the system to track housekeeping, dietary and maintenance inventories, as well as routine maintenance checks on smoke detectors, fire extinguishers, and other equipment. The resource has been designed to interface with other computer programs to serve as a complement to the nursing home's existing systems to eliminate the entire key punching process. The resource from Triad Data Processing is helping long-term care facilities by saving $3,000 to $4,000 per year in labor per 100 beds, saving $8,000 to $10,000 per year in inventory costs for every 100 beds, eliminating processing errors, handling dietary, housekeeping, and other inventories, and providing the tracking of other functions throughout the facility. In this day of increasing costs and controls, we urge you to evaluate and implement the resource. It's a tool that will help your facility now and well into the future.
This weekend, everyone can afford new furniture during Furniture Discount House's big Labor Day weekend clearance. Hi, Randy Kikonis, announcing we're overstocked and out of room. So starting today, we're marking down hundreds of famous name furniture items. Living rooms, recliners, dining rooms, bedrooms and bedding, even waterbeds, some as much as 1/2 off. Plus this weekend, pay no money down and no interest for 1 full year. The big Labor Day weekend clearance. Shop tonight till 9 and all day tomorrow at Furniture Discount House in South Zanesville. This weekend, everyone can afford new furniture during Furniture Discount House's big Labor Day weekend clearance. Hi, Randy Kikonis, announcing we're overstocked and out of room. So this weekend, we've marked down hundreds of famous name furniture items. Living rooms, recliners, dining rooms, bedrooms and bedding, even waterbeds, some as much as 1/2 off. Plus this weekend, pay no money down and no interest for 1 full year. The big Labor Day weekend clearance, now through Monday at Furniture Discount House in South Zanesville.
I think that the Olympics have suffered to a certain degree because of the absence of that many wonderful athletes from
but
the
is their
Soviet
luster
Union.
tarnished because the Soviet bloc countries weren't there?
Al, would these games have been more competitive had the Soviets and the East Germans been here? Of course.
The Eastern Bloc boycott diminished the competitive value of these Olympics.
I was just sorry that the Soviet bloc nations weren't here, because to me, without them, it is not, whatever you want to call it, a real Olympics, a complete Olympics.
the finest group of athletes ever assembled in the world, and you've proved that to be true before the eyes of the world. If we have somehow brought this world a little bit closer, then we have indeed successfully staged an Olympic Games. And in a small way, perhaps, we have secured a better future for all the children of the world. Thank you.
I know I speak on behalf of all the people of America and the world when I say how proud we are for these fine 2 weeks that these wonderful people have given us tonight. For their dedication, for their love, for their care, for their hard work, and for their patriotism. We want to take this opportunity now to say thank you. And there's one more thing we're going to ask you to do before you leave here tonight. One more thing we're going to ask you to do. And I hope you're ready. Let the music play on! Yeah! Well, my friends, the time has come to raise the roof and to have some fun. Throw away the work to be done. Let the music play on, play on, play on, play on. Everybody sing and everybody dance. Lose yourself in wild romance. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing my song all night long. All night long. Yeah, all night long. All night long. People dancing all in the street, singing the morning dance.
Kids coming in are called poppers in breakdance.
Wild and sweet. Let the
Some of these
music
kids
play
have
on,
never
play
been
on,
inside
play
the
on,
Coliseum
play on.
before.
Feel it in your heart.
Home of Lakeshore Drive and the Loop, the Wrigley Building and Wrigley Field, Soldier Field and the lake itself, and one of the world's great promenades, Michigan Avenue. The Sears Building and the signature of John Hancock added to the skyline. And on the south side, a 600-square-foot lot at 35th and Shields Avenue, purchased for $100,000 by Charles Comiskey from the estate of the city's first mayor, John Wentworth. Designed by Zachary Taylor Davis, it was to become Comiskey Park in 1910, home to the first All-Star game in 1933. NBC's All-Star Anniversary Scrapbook begins, appropriately enough, with the Bambino. Babe Ruth hit the first All-Star home run in the first game 50 years ago today in Comiskey Park. Branch presents the 50th anniversary of Major League Baseball's All-Star Game. Baseball's All-Star.
You'll find a kitchen for every home at Cambridge Lumber Company. The kitchen specialist will work to design an efficient and beautiful room. Choose quality Penville cabinets with dozens of interesting features. Richly finished and beautifully crafted, Penville's a great choice in kitchen convenience. Modular design cabinet art, all wood cabinets can be sized, stacked, or reversed. They're in stock at Cambridge Lumber. Or choose Dutch-made kitchens, custom designed and built in the Amish community. To complete your kitchen, modern-made appliances at Cambridge Lumber Company, 730 Woodlawn Avenue.
These days, we're all concerned about saving money, but we still want the nicest looking home we can possibly have. Bing's Furniture has the answer. Here you'll find good looking furniture at better prices. Because of special buying programs, you save up to 70% over prices at other furniture stores. And the convenient payment plans let you pay for your furniture while you enjoy the beauty and comfort. See for yourself. Come on in to Bing's Furniture, 701 Main Street, Zanesville.
Why pay more? Shop at Bing Furniture.
Our guest on today's program is Mia Antis, and she's a Rotary Exchange student from Finland. We're real happy to have her here today.
Thank
Welcome. First off, before we take time to look at the slides that you brought along to share about your country and things of that sort, tell me a bit about the Rotary Exchange program. How did you get involved in that?
I heard about that they are taking application forms, so I filled one in. And after a couple of weeks, they told me that I can be a Rotary Exchange student, and then it was last May they told me that I'm coming to Ohio. And I took my map and found Ohio, and okay, I'm going to spend my next year there. And I came here last day of July with 60 other exchange students from Finland.
And that was the first time that you met your new mother and father?
Yeah.
What kind of reaction? Well, how do you feel meeting someone for the first time, you know you're going to have to spend so much time with them?
Oh, it's hard to explain. They wrote me a couple letters, so I know little about them, but it was just, we tried to talk and get to know each other better. And
It's just a kind of a different experience, though, isn't it?
It took a couple weeks to feel like home.
Before you could feel like you'd go to the refrigerator and get something you wanted to nibble on it.
Yeah, first you just kind of sit there and smile, but then it's just, I called them mom and dad, and
that helps.
Yeah.
Now, when you first came, you lived with the family in Old Washington?
No, Lower City.
Lower City.
Mr. and Mrs. Reese.
Mr. and Mrs. Reese.
And then January I moved to Old Washington to live with Williamses. And just before Easter I moved to Cambridge to live with Bowles.
But you've been a student at Buckeye Trail High School.
Yeah, all the time, yeah.
And you graduated last Friday night?
Friday, yeah.
How did you feel about that?
Well, first when I came here, they thought that I'm only 16, so they put me as a junior. But then last February, because I heard that every other exchange student is a senior, and they was talking about graduation, so I thought that, well, I better talk with Mr. Lucas, and he said, yeah, that's fine, you can be a senior. So
you just take
my friends were mad at me. You just jump just like that because you're exchange student. But
are classes easier than you had in Finland?
Yeah, because in Finland I take 14 different classes, and there's 4 foreign languages, and here I just have these 7 classes a day.
And foreign language is not even required here, is it?
But I took Spanish here.
I see. Do you like our school system?
You
think maybe we're a little bit too easy?
Yeah, it could be harder.
If they had more competition within the school system, it might make them better prepared to meet the world. I think. Maybe so. Now, do you plan to continue your education?
Yeah, I would like to come back here.
To Ohio?
Yeah, to Ohio, to go to Ohio State. I'm going to try to get a scholarship. But if not, I suppose I have to go back to Finland, and I have 2 more years in my junior college.
I see. What would you major in if you get to come back to Ohio State? Be a teacher?
No.
No, you wouldn't want to be a teacher?
No.
Well, I just learned before the show that you're talented in sewing, so you might be a fashion designer.
No, I don't think so.
No. What about
you?
Draw. Pardon? You can't
draw? I can draw. Yeah.
You can?
I can't.
Oh, I guess you have to.
Yeah, that's my problem.
What about your sewing? Your jacket's attractive.
I made this myself.
Do they teach that within the schools? Or
yeah.
In the home
you can take sewing.
I see.
Or you have to take sewing.
What did you find was the biggest adjustment you had to make when you came to Ohio from Finland? Is the weather similar?
The winter isn't that hard as it is in Finland, but it looks almost the same. I was kind of disappointed when I got here. It looked almost
the same.
Home. Yeah.
Oh, there's not that much of a contrast then. I think people do discover that though as they go around the world. They can find little spots that looks just like the next door, and so maybe that's good though. Makes it easier for you to adjust.
Well, maybe, yeah.
Another question I was interested in, or I was wanting to know about, was your other hobbies of skiing and
downhill skiing.
Downhill skiing.
It's great. I just love it.
Do all youngsters ski from early age?
Yeah, most of them. Like every Saturday and Sunday in wintertime, I spend skiing.
And you didn't get to do that here, though, did you?
No. Once I went once cross country.
And what about jazz ballet?
Jazz ballet, yeah. I've danced that a couple of years.
Do you not have any ambitions to be a professional in that?
No, it's just a hobby.
Okay. What about the contrast in food? Do we have a different type of food here?
Well, you have more junk food, but we have hamburgers and pizza and all that same stuff.
Well, I think maybe that's going to be expanded, because when we were overseas we saw McDonald's.
We have McDonald's and Burger King in Finland.
Things like that. Okay, if you would have to say what you liked best about your trip over here, would you have something off, that you could tell us you thought was the best thing that happened? Did you, the people?
Probably all the friends I made here. Like first when I went to school, I didn't know anybody. But then after a couple of weeks, when people started to say hi to me, and now when I go to school in the morning, it says, "Hi, Mia." And everybody knows me, and they come and talk to me.
And you probably have made friends for life.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I know you've made one great friend. I don't know whether we can get...
You made a lot of that.
Yeah, a lot of friends. Mia is a friend of ours here at Channel 2 because she's a friend of Joel Lasigo, and he's our director. And they had a, what was it, senior dance? Senior prom? Senior prom?
Junior senior prom.
And there's a very attractive picture, and we wanted to share it with you. Isn't that nice? That's a beautiful. Do you have proms in Finland?
No.
Don't you?
We don't have anything dealing with school other than just classes. We don't have any school teams or band or nothing.
No extracurricular activities. Well, what? So then you'd have to go to a dance class, or?
Yeah.
I see. Why?
But I think that's kind of fun because in my town there's half of the people are Swedish speaking, and when I go to dance class I meet people from Swedish speaking school. But if we would just have classes after school in my own, in my own high school, I wouldn't get to meet those people at all.
Well, then, do you have a music program within the school system where youngsters...
You can take music classes, but there's no band.
No band. No band, no choir, no? Nothing like that. Do you have class rings and things like that?
Yeah, we have class rings.
Yeah, so that's similar there. We have some slides of what life is like in Finland, and we can talk with Mia about her family and some of the things that have happened there. So we'll be going to the slides right after we watch this.
Lose weight safely, naturally, and fast. Try the Great Grapefruit Diet, the all-natural appetite suppressant and fat reducer. The highly concentrated grapefruit extract provides the benefits of the old grapefruit diet without the cost and inconvenience of having to eat 1 or 2 grapefruits at every meal. There's no need to count calories anymore. Just eat sensibly and lose weight safely, naturally, and fast with the Great Grapefruit Diet.
Orm Hardware's service spans the seasons. For the good old summertime and to keep your lawn manicure fresh, a vast selection of mowers. Quality names, including Lawn Boy. Buy a basic model or one with your choice of labor-saving attachments. Also available, weed eaters. Ask for a demonstration. The best in tools, ortho, pest, and weed control products, home beautification supplies, and, of course, good advice for lawn and garden care comes from Orm Hardware, 134 North 11th Street in Cambridge.
Mia Antis from Finland is our guest for today. She's a Rotary Exchange student, and we've been talking just a bit about her, and now we want to get into the country. How large is Finland?
It's 3 times larger than Ohio, but there's only 5 million people.
So it's more like a country-like?
Yeah.
And you mentioned reindeer. Do you get to see reindeer often?
Well, not where I live, because I live in southern part, but in Lapland, yeah, there's a lot of reindeers.
Oh, nice. Well, let's share with our viewers some of the slides you have from your home, and you can tell us a bit about them as we view them.
Okay, this is upside down, but you can see the orange country, it's Finland. And this is upside down too. There's Sweden and Norway. And this is Helsinki, Finland's capital. There's 500,000 people. You can see the marketplace. And here the white building. It's called Finlandia House. There's all the concerts and meetings now.
It's one of my favorite musical things. Finlandia.
Yeah. This is one of the suburbs in Helsinki. This is from Turku, the 2nd largest city. It's an icebreaker. We build them.
You build?
Shipbuilding is a big industry in Finland.
I forgot to ask you that about the occupations. Shipbuilding's the major thing then.
Yeah, and then lumber. My dad works with lumber. He's a transportation chief.
I see. Do they ship it over to the United States, or is it all used within Europe?
We make, I think you can get Finnish paper, like the Times in London is made out of Finnish paper.
Goodness. So
here you can see
those are the rolls of paper?
Yeah.
For goodness sakes. You know, I don't think that I've ever seen the paper, the rolls of paper.
This is we call them a ski jumper. In Lahti, where 78 the World Championship were held. And this is last fall. You can see the ocean. It's just start to freeze. This is in Lapland.
Oh my, it's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful?
I would love to go hiking there someplace.
I would too.
And this is what Finnish schools usually look like. You can see all the bikes there. In the United States, you see all the cars. In front of the high school in Finland, we have bikes.
I see.
So you have to be 18 to get a license.
For an automobile?
Yeah.
I see. But you can ride a bike without a license.
Yeah. It's just the ocean is frozen. It's middle of the winter. See all this snow. Last winter it got 60 below.
Wow.
And this is the old part of my town. My town was founded in 1745, and those houses are like 100 and 150 years old.
Are they restoring the homes there?
Yeah. They try to keep them as they were then. Here's the ski jumps.
Yeah.
Summertime. Okay, here's the old marketplace.
Now, when
I heard that you like everything old, so I took a couple of
I love old things. Do they have a market now, like a farmer's market?
Yeah, I have another picture, the market we use.
Okay.
Now. This was in Denmark. We don't have malls like you do. We just have department stores
and little shops and things like that. I think we missed one there.
Okay, here's still the old part of my town.
Oh, that's so beautiful. But I noticed that your school seemed to be very modern in structure.
Yeah, that wasn't my school, but it was a school in Helsinki.
I see. Another scenic view of your country. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is the marketplace we use right now. And the building right, there's a place like the Centrum for young people. We have dances there.
Good.
It's a cafeteria.
I see. Do you, or does your mother go to the market to get the produce every day?
Yeah, every Saturday we go there and buy cookies and vegetables and.
Do they have fresh meat and things like that?
Yeah, and fish.
Do people in Finland eat a lot of fish?
Yeah.
Do you?
At least once or twice a week.
We don't have an opportunity around here to have fresh fish, so I don't think people develop a taste for it that you might.
Yeah, I live by the sea.
Good. Do we have others there?
It is the center of my town.
Streets look awfully wide. Are they?
No, just in the center of town. But we, like you have highways. We don't have too many highways.
No interstates.
No.
It looks like it might be an old building too.
Here you can see all the summer houses. You have heard about saunas. You have saunas, and almost every family has a summer house where they go and spend their summer vacation, and every weekend they go there. And
is it because it gets too warm in the city?
No,
it's just a
place to relax.
Oh, that's nice. I think we could adopt that over here.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have your weekend for yourself.
There's another picture of my center of the town. You can see all the small shops.
Are prices comparable to ours, or are things more expensive here than they were at home?
I think they're about the same. Groceries and food, usually it's more expensive here. But everything else is about the same. Here you can see old handmade boats. Sailing is very popular in my town.
Do you sail a lot?
No,
you're not
too often. We sometimes me and my friends go out.
I think it'd be a relaxing thing to do.
It's nice.
Oh, that's beautiful. Is that part of your summer estate?
Yeah. There was a couple of summer houses, and then there where they used to keep their boats when fishing was popular.
Oh, goodness.
And here's where my hometown's Rotary meets. It's a little bit different place than here in town.
Than the Elks Club.
Yeah.
Yes. How about that? Is it an organization, or is it a building that's used for some
It's a
group?
restaurant.
A restaurant.
And here's my hometown's beach. You can rent those small houses and change there. To pay a couple cents and you can go and change there.
Changing from your clothes to your bathing suit. Well, that's a good idea. That's something that we might think of as a business.
There's supposed to be windmills somewhere around.
A windmill?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
We'll
kind
watch
of dark.
A windmill in this picture?
Yeah.
We missed it.
Here's one of the castles in my town. United States ambassador used to live there. Not anymore, but couple years ago. And this is the civic center. We have concerts and you can go and play soccer in wintertime or badminton.
I see. What is the government in Finland?
We have president and then 200 members in
Parliament?
Yeah, Parliament.
I see. And you have
nine parties.
You have
do? We have 9.
Goodness, that'd be a lot of campaigning then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have other slides, or is that all?
Yeah, this is nuclear power plant in my town.
The power plant?
Yeah.
Oh.
And this is my school, the yellow building. It's a junior college, and the red one is high school. And this is the Swedish-speaking high school.
It looks like it could be
My
a
dad
castle.
used to go there.
Oh,
Hundreds of years ago.
No, not hundreds of years ago. Just about probably 25 years
This is
ago.
one of the parks. My town, the monument, you can see it's for my town's young people. Oh, this is me in Denmark.
How about
We went
that?
camp school. My town paid a trip to Denmark for 30 students, so I got to go there last fall.
Do they choose the students because of their academic ability? And
No.
No?
They just pick 30 students.
I imagine personality has a lot to do with it. You probably have to
don't
have
know.
personal interviews and everything before you're accepted as...
No, it was just a 1 week trip.
But as a Rotary Exchange student, you
yeah.
probably have personality assessment and things like that. Because I'm sure that they wouldn't send a representative from one country to another if they weren't sure the person was going to make a good impression. Yeah, those are very nice slides. Are you also a photographer?
I think there should be a couple more.
Couple more? Okay.
This is my mom, Marietta.
Oh. Now, is she at work?
She works in a building company as a secretary. This is my backyard. We live in a row house, small apartments. This is me skiing.
And you also have a brother, you tell me?
Yeah, he's 20 years old. This is my dad, John. He works for a lumber company.
See, he doesn't look much older than I am, so he couldn't have gone to school hundreds and hundreds of years ago, Mia.
This is we're having dinner. You can see my brother right there.
Oh,
He just got out of army.
Is army required?
Yes, 8 or 11 months.
8 or, and then he goes on to college?
Yeah.
Girls don't have good.
No.
That's good. Oh, those are very interesting. I didn't hear the answer to the question. Are you also the photographer?
No.
No. Okay. Oh, that's really interesting. I enjoyed that a lot. And I do like old things.
Yeah,
and
that's what I heard.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they're restoring the buildings over there because...
I love to take walks there.
Are they into antiques and collectibles, things of that sort? Do you have antique shops?
Yeah. Yeah, a couple. I know a few people.
Because I know right in the United States now everyone's trying to restore everything back, and we're such a new country.
I know, yeah.
Compared to your country, I would imagine.
Yeah, you are. I went to one museum, and this lady, there was a piece of mattress, and she said, yeah, this is 100 years old. And I said, yeah, 100 years, that's real old.
That I know. We really don't realize that we're so young. We think we're the old people. What are you going to be doing now? You've graduated from Buckeye Trail, and you have the future to look forward to. What are you going to be doing now?
Well, I have one Rotary meeting this weekend, and next Saturday I'm going to leave for a bus tour through 22 different states with 86 Rotary Exchange students. So that's going to be...
So then following that, you get ready to go home?
Yeah. Well, I'm not ready, but I have to.
I know, and we're not ready for you to leave either, but you'll be coming back, and so we can see you later. Anything special you want to share with our viewers before we close out?
No, I don't think so.
Well, we thank you so much for coming by, and it's been a pleasure to have you here, and we do hope you get back real soon.
Yeah, me too.
Mia Antis from Finland, a Rotary Exchange student and a very special person to all people here at Channel 2. We'll continue with today's program right after we watch this. If price is your first consideration when buying furniture, you have to choose Bing's. Prices are lower. That's because of Bing's buying power. They're part of a giant network of furniture stores. That means you get better values for your dollar spent. And the selection is bigger and better. Floor after floor of solid comfort for your waking and sleeping hours. Dress up your home for less. Make your next furniture purchase at Bing's Furniture, 701 Main Street, Zanesville.
Slightly mystical, very magical, and more than a little fun. Spa and Hot Tub Outlet, 705 Wheeling Avenue, can make you a part of this pleasant picture. They'll deliver your choice of a self-contained spa and hot tub. Choose from 9 brands with complete accessories, no plumbing needed. A spa full of hot, bubbling water will change your life socially, and a soothing soak could provide healthy benefits. For health, fun, and relaxation, order your spa or hot tub now. Phone 432-3433.
Every year in the United States, 23,000 people lose their lives because of the drunk driver. 60% of all fatal accidents involve a drinking driver. What you're about to see is a reenactment of what will happen to you if you are stopped and arrested for driving while under the influence of alcohol.
891 to Cambridge, signal 3.
91.
Be signal 3, westbound on US 40, milepost 4. 5 Charles Union, 444. 5 Charles Union, 444. Possible 19.
Yeah, okay. Number J91, nothing is filed. 5 Charles Union, 444. Cambridge 709.
Afternoon, sir. Need to see your driver's license and registration, please. Where are you headed, sir? Zanesville. Okay, the reason I stopped you, I had no problem staying in your lane there. You were left to center twice, and you went off the right side of the road once. Would you mind stepping out of the van a few minutes for me? Mind stepping up here to the front of the van? Sir, I'm going to give you a few coordination tests to determine whether you've had any alcohol or not, all right? First one I want to give you is the finger-to-nose test. I want you with your feet spread about shoulder width apart, hands down to your side. I want you to have your head tilted back, eyes shut, and your arms extended outward with your index fingers pointed. When I tell you, I want you to take one finger and touch the tip of your nose with it, okay? You ready? Okay, extend your arms out for me. Tilt your head back, shut your eyes. Take your right hand and touch the tip of your nose with the right finger. Okay, now the left hand, sir. Okay, sir, you're going to be placed under arrest for operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol. If you would, turn around there and put your hands up on the hood of the van, please. Spread your legs a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to go back and have a seat in my car.
Have a seat right over here.
Okay, what I'm going to have you do is when the machine's ready, I'm going to have you stand, blow into the mouthpiece. What we're going to do is get your blood alcohol content through your breath. Okay, so stand up. I want you to blow a nice steady breath into the machine. When you hear the beep, you can quit blowing.
Mr. Johnson, you're charged with being in violation of Section 4511.19, subparagraph A1 and/or A3 of the Ohio Revised Code, and that you were operating a motor vehicle while under the influence of alcohol and/or drugs, and/or you had in excess of .10 amount of alcohol per every 210 liters of your breath. This is a first-degree misdemeanor, and depending on whether it's your first, your second, or third offense, the penalties do change. For a first offense, there's a maximum penalty of $1,000 in costs, 6 months in jail, or a combination of both, a mandatory 3 days in jail, and a mandatory 60 days driving suspension. 6 points will be added to your driving record. This is your second offense. There's also a maximum penalty of $1,000 in costs, 6 months in jail, or a combination of both, a mandatory 10 days in jail, a mandatory 120 days driving suspension. 6 points will be added to your driving record, and should you wish to continue driving within the state of Ohio, it will be necessary that you carry financial responsibility insurance for a period of 3 years. If this is your third offense or over, the mandatory penalties are $1,000 in cost, 1 year in jail, or a combination of both, a mandatory 30 days in jail, a mandatory 6 months driving suspension. 6 points will be added to your driving record, and should you wish to continue driving within the state of Ohio, it will be necessary that you carry financial responsibility insurance for a period of 3 years. How do you wish to plead?
What you have just seen was a dramatization of what does happen to the drinking driver. There are more serious consequences. If you drink and you drive, you could cause your own death. You could cause the death of a loved one, a friend, or an innocent bystander. This film has been made by the Ohio Department of Highway Safety, the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and AVC Communications in the hopes that it would deter you or someone you know from drinking and driving.
So much.
And travel is the best way, one of the best ways to become educated.
Yeah.
Is to see and experience things. Well, we want to thank you for coming, Mia.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
We hope that your stay in this country will be very happy and fruitful. And Jim, thank you for your kindness in bringing Mia to us.
Thank you for having us.
And good luck in your program.
Thank you.
We've had Dr. James Mitchell, the chairman of the Exchange Students Committee, as our guest, and also Mia. And we thank them for coming. The place is falling apart here. Tomorrow we have Captain Frank Stroud as our guest. He's going to talk about the FBI course that he attended and learned so much from to help him in his running of the department here. So we'll look for you tomorrow on behalf of Laura Bates and myself, Ron Fleming, and thank you, Jim, for putting out the fire. We'll see you tomorrow at 12 and 6.
You've been watching Two About Town, the sights, sounds, and happenings of the people in Cambridge and Guernsey County. If you have an interesting hobby or a representative of your organization would like to appear, call Laura at 439-9282 or write Cable Channel 2 at 920 Steubenville Avenue. Or contact Dr. Fleming at the Second United Presbyterian Church. Join Laura and Ron Monday through Friday at 12 noon and again at 6 p.m. for Two About Town. Two About Town is a Cable Channel 2 presentation.
On behalf of Ron and Laura Bates, we're very, very pleased that you joined in and ask you to tune in tomorrow at 12 and at 6. And I understand that as we close the show today that you've got a very special song that you'd like to sing.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joel. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joel. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joel. Happy birthday to you. May the dear Lord bless 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 you. Happy birthday to you. Where are you, Joel? Happy birthday, dear Joel. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Many more, Joel.
Looking down. Okay, go.
Ouch, 31 days, and you went to one of those 30-day places, too. Should have taken my advice and gone to Rayco. They give 2 days free for the shift. All I could think of after that was I looked up to... Okay, first of many. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Ouch, should have taken my advice and gone... Don't do this, Dave! I knew you'd do it! I don't want you to do it! Shut up! I'm sorry! Okay. We'll do it. Get back on the creeper. Sorry.
Go ahead.
This is a lot easier in the studio when you don't have a camera on. Ouch, 31 days, and you went to one of those 30-day places, too. Should have taken my advice and gone to see Rayco. They give 2-year, 24,000 miles on most of their transmission jobs. If it was 2 years, I never said warranty. Go.
Ready?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Ouch, 31 days, and you went to one of those 30-day places, too. You should have taken my advice and gone to Rayco. They give... I had it too. Down, just keep going.
Okay, go ahead.
Ouch, 31, again. Ouch, 31 days and you went to one of those 30-day places too. You should have taken my advice and gone to Rayco. They give 2-year, 24,000-mile warranties on most of their transmission jobs.
Okay, it wasn't bad. Stand by. Go.
Ouch, 31 days and you went to one of those 30-day places too. You should have taken my advice and gone to Rayco. They give free 2-year, 24,000-mile warranties on most of their transmission jobs.
I like that one. I did. Okay, you're looking a little bit to the right, guys. Okay. Go ahead, Laura.
Now that you're leading the competition, can you sit back and take it easy?
No way. Once you've made it to the top, you've got to keep satisfying a lot of people and listen to a lot of background noise to keep that way.
Yeah.
It's before me. And of course, stay a winner. God, that was terrible.
A little more excitement.
Was that right? I always want to prove my talent, do my best at whatever job is before me, and of course, stay a winner. Okay.
Big smile.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Laura.
What are your plans for the future?
I forget. I want to always improve my talent. I want to always
Coming up on Two About Town with Laura Bates and Richard Perrault, they'll be broadcasting from Caldwell today. They'll have as their guest Bill Epperson, the new veterinarian in Caldwell, and Jerry Beaver, who is will tell us about some historical news of Noble County. That's all there is in Noble County because they're so old down there. And coming up later on a closer look with Ronald Fleming, Dr. Den Detwell will be Ron's guest. He is from the Trinity Presbyterian Church in Caldwell. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this non-broadcast of the TV2 News. I'm Joel Lasigo. You're not, but have a good day.
If you just watched the news, you heard Joel report on a story from Columbus that motorists traveling Ohio highways will have to start fastening their seat belts by early this summer or face the possibility of a citation and fine. And on today's program, we're privileged, very privileged, to have a gentleman to speak to that subject, my boss, Grant Hafley. Glad you're back here.
Well, thank you, Laura. I don't know how much of a privilege it is, but I'm glad to be sitting here and not sitting anywhere. I had a very interesting experience a week ago today, as a matter of fact, and I thought I would share that a little bit with your friends out here and yourself. It's the first time I've seen you, and it's the first time I've really been out and around. But I was involved in an accident, and it was one of those situations where it was inevitable, I suppose. I went over a hillside, a little ridge in the road, and somebody was turning in front of me and had no place to go and no way to avoid it. And crashed. And in doing so, I managed to put my head through the windshield. This is an experience that we've heard about, we've seen on television, we've read in the newspaper, we've heard about it on radio, but you don't really know what it's all about until you really get involved. And I have been involved now, and I wanted to share that involvement with you folks out here, and at the same time use this as an electronic thank you card for everyone who sent cards to me, and everyone who helped out there at the hospital and such.
Were you not wearing your seatbelt?
I was not wearing my seatbelt. And this is unusual for me. I normally do wear my seatbelt. I usually would wear it. It's an automatic situation when I get on the interstate. You know, once I hit that interstate where I know I'm going to be going at faster speeds, boom, there it goes. I just run from the radio station down here to the Centrum or to the house. Sometimes not, you know, but mostly not. I'm here to tell you right now, that is not the way it's going to be from now on.
That's right.
And I guess I would like to express that to the viewers, too. It would never have occurred, my damage to my head would have never have occurred if I had had my seatbelt on. And I want to show you what that damage is right now, just to give you an idea. I did have hair up here, not as much as I would have liked, but we have a rather deep laceration going in a V form. I can't follow it too well here. It goes way on over here. We had, went clear down to the bone. We had about a half-inch strip right in here that was taken out. In fact, it was still in my car. I had some pictures here you might want to...
And part of your scalp is still in the car?
Yes.
Oh.
That'll grow some... I know this is not a very nice thing to talk about at lunchtime, but I guess I really wanted to come on in hopes that what I'm telling you and what I'm showing you here will be the trick that will prevent somebody else from having the same thing happen to them. Most people out there will say, look what happened to Grant, but that not happened to me. I will hook up my seatbelt. Now, when I'm talking about seatbelt, I'm talking about the belt as well as the strap. And that's what I feel everyone should be wearing.
So I'm sure you're pleased to hear about the
governor's
going to do. John and I always wear our seatbelts, and people have said to us on occasion, "Oh, you always do that," and we always do.
That's right.
But we've been trying to get the rest of them here to get along with us.
John Clark has been very, very good about that. Ever since I've known him, I think he's always buckled up. The first thing he does, he gets in and buckles up. Whether he's driving or whether somebody else is driving, he's buckling up. Now I'm going to put it a step further, John. I suggest that you make it mandatory the person with you buckle up. Not just because of what's happened on a legal aspect, but what can happen physically.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I'm very fortunate. This scar could be down in my face somewhere.
That's right.
And it will be mostly covered with hair when it grows back. But there's a lot of people that are not that fortunate. So.
Well, we're glad that you're able to come out and thank all the people at Guernsey Memorial Hospital for doing such a good job.
I want to thank a few people particularly. We called, what do you do? The funny things that you do when you get into an accident. The minute I got into the accident, I got out of the car and I realized, oh my gosh, I'm bleeding, you know. And so I asked somebody to, I called the ambulance service. I asked them to call United, and it was Mr. Lloyd Van Fossen, the gentleman who came out of his house, his wife that we got in a collision with. And he immediately went in and called for United, and I asked him to call Dave Wilson of the radio station and make sure that everybody knew that I was coming, and to get a hold of Joel because we were supposed to be directing the TV game of the week that weekend, and all those things, you know, just like a director, like a good director that I was trying to take care of. I never lost consciousness, and I kept doing that. But United did come. Mark Derfler was there, and it was real interesting, a comment that he made as soon as he saw who I was. He said, "Oh, Grant." And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, this is hard to do when it's someone you know." And it is. But he did a super job. Both guys did a superb job. Patrolman West was there, and later on, I think Sergeant Barton was there. And, of course, B&B came and towed the car away, what's left of the car.
Wow.
There's a front shot of the car. Maybe John can pick up a shot of that. We then, of course, was transported over to the emergency room at Guernsey Memorial Hospital. And all the people there were just super. The RNs there in the emergency room, and particularly Dave Miser. I've got a little card here. I can't do anything without my card. It was a super job. I mean, he just worked really nice with me, and cleaned me up and all that. And the technicians and X-ray people. Then we were taken up to the 4th floor and had our about a 24-hour stay there on the 4th floor. And all the nurses, the RNs, were just absolutely super. Good. And of course, what made the whole thing a relaxing, if you can call it a relaxing situation, is with Dr. Snyder was there, Dale Snyder. And as soon as I saw him, I knew I was okay. And I thank him so very much for everything he did. Everybody out there, super.
Well, we've had a number of people asking about you and sending best wishes. We do thank you for coming on and letting people see that you are all right.
That's my purpose here, is really to say, everybody out there, gang, come on, let's buckle up.
That's right. We will. We'll do that. Thank you very much, Grant Hathaway.
Thank you.
We'll be back to continue with Two About Town. We'll meet two people who have something very important to tell you if you'd like to stop smoking or if you'd like to lose weight. We'll talk to them right after this.